Yeah.
I say nothing to those people who think that my films focus on the struggle of Black women because they're right. It does. I'm in doing this. Let me tell you something. If I get an opportunity to put a Black woman on screen for people to see them in love, in happy, in joy, in pain, in struggle, what I'm doing is a service to all people, so that people will know that Black women are not just strong and one thing. They are all things, and they go through all of these different things. So to have an opportunity to be able to paint all of these pictures in all sides of it is something that I'm paying homage to my mother, to my aunt, to my sisters, and friends and cousins, and the things that they all went through. So that's what I would say to that. And I say nothing to those people who think that my films focus on the struggle of Black women because they're right. It does. I'm in doing this. Let me tell you something. If I get an opportunity to put a Black woman on screen for people to see them in love, in happy, in joy, in pain, in struggle, what I'm doing is a service to all people, so that people will know that Black women are not just strong and one thing. They are all things, and they go through all of these different things. So to have an opportunity to be able to paint all of these pictures in all sides of it is something that I'm paying homage to my mother, to my aunt, to my sisters, and friends and cousins, and the things that they all went through. So that's what I would say to that. And I say nothing to those people who
All right, before we tackle on that, let me just add some contents to it. So basically, he was asked about, kind of what's kind of the folklore or the conversation being talked about at barbershops as far as with the movies. So I'm actually, I like some of his films. So I think I'd be a hater to sit here and say all his films are trash. I totally disagree. I mean, if I could watch a low budget white film, then or a white film that's not $100 million budget, then I can definitely sit and enjoy a Tyler Perry movie. Which, of course, that has it's actually evolved to creating better budgets and more realistic. It's kind of been keeping up. So mute your mic, y'all. Hear some reverb. So so my thoughts is if you can kind of focus on that response, not so much as maybe his work and his achievements. I think it's kind of hard to hate his achievements. I don't. It's kind of hard. Like you can't knock his hustle, right? That part I would never even go there because that's he's a billionaire. Like, let's be real, and he got it out the mud. He really did. But as far as his mindset and his thoughts when it comes to making his films, which are majority woman based, as and it's kind of hard not to notice that the black guy is always the bad guy in the relationship. He always has a light skinned guy that comes and save him, and he's the good guy. It's kind of hard to not notice. So I'm gonna go with Raz and then Trust, and then I'll go in order after that. Raz, what's your thoughts on?
Uh, it's like if the baker down the street bakes a great pie and he becomes a millionaire. Why are we gonna mess with that? Tyler Perry became who he is, telling women's stories, right? So why are we gonna mess with that now, right? Why are we gonna question that now? When did he ever make a male macho, whatever? When did he ever did something that resonated with me? His stories has always been female oriented, even when it wasn't Medea. It was always all the stories been around females, man. So I fought the people who even question that, man. That's just what he do. That's you can't get mad at the baker because he bakes bread. That's what he does, man. You know.
Good answer, man. That's a damn good answer. And not to change subject, that's kind of my mindset when it came to listening to the Lil Wayne album. This man been cooking the same cake his whole career. This is what he does. So I just lower my expectations of him evolving because I know he's not going to evolve to the way I want to hear him. He's not Nas. You know what I mean? He's not Nas. He's not Face. He doesn't go that deep. He doesn't touch the bone of your soul. So I just met Lil Wayne where he was, and that's why I gave him such high praise on the album. Trust, what's your thoughts on that? what's your thoughts on same question I asked Raz? What's your thoughts as far as with the Tyler Perry explanation about his movies and stuff like that?
Yeah, and you know, that's what Tyler Perry do. He make women movies. You know what I'm saying? That's like us, you know, getting on Lifetime for doing what they do. You know what I'm saying? Uh, and I feel like I'ma always give praise to anybody who's highlighting black people, period. You know what I mean? Black woman, black man, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I watched the movie today. We sat down. The movie is called Straw. If y'all ain't checked this movie out, go check this movie out. It's on
Netflix.
one of them streaming out. Yeah, Netflix. So we watched the movie Straw, and I just feel like he's going too far with the struggle. Like, let's be real. Bitch ain't going through that much, man. I feel like it's like he painting them like this. Oh, the world is against this bitch. Like the black man done fired her. He done put her out of the house. The laws pulled her over. And she you know, get fucking real. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody is not against you. You know what I'm saying? And we gotta quit allowing black women. Please stop allowing people to make y'all think that we're against y'all like that. Cause that's bullshit. That's bullshit. Regardless of what people say, if you go look at the stats, niggas is still fucking with black women.
I'm sorry, man.
On the majority scale, niggas is still fucking with black women. We still sympathize with y'all. If you get your ass off your shoulder and call your baby daddy the one you call a deadbeat right now, I'm pretty sure he's trying to come through. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like Tyler Perry done went a little too far. I could barely even stomach this movie today. I could barely even stomach it. She go to work, her boss just, you kids, fuck your kids, basically. Like, come on, man. Let's get real, Tyler Perry. Who writing this shit?
He
Is
is.
he writing it? Matter of fact, I had to go look up, is he writing this shit? Because I was like,
Yeah, he writing. He writing,
Yeah.
and a lot of his movies be unrealistic because of that. It be his mind. It don't actually be
But-
real people. Dog.
he fucked up.
Hey,
Tyler Perry
See,
fucked
I'm on
man. That nigga,
I on the side of it.
it's too much. It's
You
too
on the
much
other side
for
of
him.
everything.
I'm on the other
He
side.
done pushed me over the edge with the shit.
Trust, that's ironic you said that because one thing about me, I'm gonna give it a chance, right? And I've watched a lot of Tyler Perry movies, and I'm not gonna lie, when I watched the movie, I cut that shit off 10 minutes. I couldn't take it. 10, 15 minutes, I couldn't take it,
Too
bro.
much.
What y'all expect, man?
It's too much.
No, what I'm
Hey,
saying, Raz, is just kind of add to what Trust is saying. Because we both agree with you. We're not expecting nothing different. But this movie, like,
hey,
I was saying,
too far.
And then look,
It's not real. Like, this is not
Nah.
real.
and then look
I
who
can't-
hyping it up the most. For the people that I've seen hype it up the most, was women.
yeah.
Oh my God, look at
But-
this movie, man. I
you,
wouldn't
you
sleep on
can't
that shit, bro.
you can't turn on porn and get mad when somebody banging, bro.
Yes. You
Yeah,
can't. But you can't.
but here's what I'm saying. But don't. If I type in lesbian porn, I don't want to see no gay shit either.
Okay. Yeah, I want.
You know what I'm saying? Don't throw me off like that. So that's kind of what this movie did. Like, I'm gonna give you an example, right? And I'm gonna let King go after
No,
Dan
I'll
Rich.
go after Rich.
Let me give you an example, right?
All right.
So this is like, for example, you know what movies I fucking refuse to watch? I'm standing on business. I can't do it. I can't do it. Y'all can do it. I'm not watching it for the sake of the entertainment. I think that's where they're getting us at, is that, oh, they're just going to watch it for the sake of entertainment. We're just throwing a few gay scenes, but they'll just watch it for the sake of entertainment.
Yeah,
I'm going to tell you what I don't like. I cannot watch these type of movies. Movies where a female, 120 pounds wet, beating up niggas.
Damn.
Hey, Rock, that's what they be doing.
I'm turning that shit off. It ain't real.
Roxanne.
Get this shit out of here.
See,
But that
Keep
boy
up.
did
hey,
some Tai Chi.
Look, these bitches 5'2", 5'1", 120 pounds, bony, whooping 200-pound niggas. Stop it, man. You're not
Yeah.
gonna beat up dudes in real life like that. 4 or 5 of them, and then they hitting and kicking them. I can't take it. I can't watch that shit, bro.
And then knocking them out.
And then knocking them out. I can't do it, bro. This feminine shit has went too fucking far,
Too
bro.
far.
I
It
agree.
done went too far.
It went
I
but
too
agree.
far.
I agree. They
King,
almost got in. They almost got in the Oval Office, nigga.
hey, you know, Tyler Perry, like he said, is Tyler Perry. So dudes who make horror movies, they make horror movies. He make that for the black women, about the black women. And
right.
like I say, that movie was a lot, but hey, trust, that whole movie could have been solved if she had a nigga. If she had a little guidance in her life, that's all it was. Because the bitch in the bank told her what? I'm happily married and
I
I'm
got a man.
successful. I
I
got a
got a man.
man. Bitch, whatever you going through, you need a man. That's all I got from that. You know what I'm
That was the
saying?
hardest part of the
That was
That
the
was the
movie.
hard. That's
hardest
what I'm
part.
saying. And I'm just saying that's what I saw. And then now, as far as Tyler Perry, as the acting that she did to make y'all do that, I applaud that because it take a lot for her to make y'all feel that way. So applaud that part of the mastery of her acting and taking a part of her career
That's
of
good.
her what
That's
she
good.
do. So that's what I'm saying. That it take a lot for to make
You
a
want
bunch
to
of
know
men
what
be
her
like
best
that.
acting?
And
You want to know what
look,
her
hold on.
best acting role was?
Listen,
And
listen, listen.
When she played a
I'm,
hoe.
I'm, and
That bitch
if
should have got an Oscar for that.
if and Tyler Perry, if you say he going too far, you must didn't see the one before this,
No,
where
I
the
didn't
woman,
say that.
the no, no. When I say this, he did the movie where the lady kicked the person out the coffin, and then she got butt naked in the church and walked out because she said she didn't want nobody to give her nothing. Now that movie there was a little far fetched on the end because she pulled her son out the coffin, take him out, and put him on the back of the truck, and they went to their house and buried him. I say, boy,
Yeah.
that's some nigga shit here.
I
So
agree
I,
with
What
that.
I
movie
you
is
Yeah.
know
that?
that
What?
shit,
What?
whatever movie
What
that
movie
was the
is
Tyler,
that?
Yeah.
What
that's
Yeah.
movie
Tyler,
That,
is
yeah.
that?
That was the
that's
one
Tyler
before
Perry
that. Yeah.
movie. That's the one
Yeah.
before that, right before that. He
Yeah.
made a
I don't,
movie,
Yeah.
then he
Nigga,
made
I
that
don't know
movie.
That,
the
that's
answer.
that's
Yeah,
Megan
that's
Good
why I
was
give my comment.
but
That's
with
why I
but
give my comment.
the
that's
Oh,
girl.
my
it's
yeah.
your time,
Yeah,
Now
bro.
let
I mean,
let King go. Let King.
go ahead,
King,
King.
come
Go
on.
ahead, King. Go ahead, King.
yeah. I respect everything that all y'all brothers saying. I'm leaning more towards like trust again. And I'm coming at it from I'm a
Baby.
filmmaker. I'm
Oh.
watching this, and I'm coming at it because yeah, I give the praise to Tyler Perry. He's doing what he's doing, but like Rock said, you can't knock his accolades. It's hard to hate on that. It's hard to talk. But what I'm coming from is from like a professional like filmmaker's eye point of view of looking at this film, looking at the things that he did. Like I watched the trailer. That was enough for me to see the trailer because I studied what he writes. And my thing is like this is a thing that you do as a filmmaker. There's certain key things that you don't do. Nobody want to see a bitch cry on fucking film. You don't want to see a bitch crying boohoo and hardcore and all that kind of shit. And then at the same time with that whole casket and they falling out, those are things that those are like how I explain it to some people because when they come on set they have these fantastic a lot of actors have these fantastical fucking ideas that they think are gonna work and they don't fucking work because it doesn't correlate right. And so, for example, we all know that there's undercover police, right? Y'all ever heard of an undercover police officer?
Yeah,
Like
they got
they'll
Yeah.
undercover.
drive any kind of car. It doesn't matter. It's unmarked, right? But in a movie, when you want to show a police officer, you got to have a
We got
police
people.
car somewhere, so people
Right.
that's regular folks watching it can understand that this is some police law enforcement action about to happen. Even though this might be an undercover cop, there might be a police light in the window, or there might be a badge hanging or something like that. But my point is that Tyler Perry, yeah, he's writing, but he's not a fucking writer. It's like when you're writing and then you go to production. When you get to production, that writing bullshit is done. Now I gotta direct this movie. I gotta make this shit fucking work. And a lot of
Right.
his shit doesn't resonate as like cinematic. Now, as far as theater, doing plays type of shit, things that are like that, I think that's where he wins because in his audience that he's reaching is that female audience that's dealing with some of this toxic bullshit that they deal with and they can relate to it. And then it got this glamour behind it because it got the Taraji P. Hensons in these faces, that black girl magic type of vibe. So he gets to be in that bubble. So I'm not taking away what Tyler Perry is, but at the same time, he had a room full of writers. He threw them out.
Yeah.
You can't write everything. You can't write, produce the song, make the hit, be the fucking artwork person. You can't do it all. And because when you do it that many times, your movies are just gonna get weaker and weaker. And so this one is like it looks good cinematically because of his production value and the money he could put into it. But as far as like the creativity part of it, no, he ain't no fucking Spike Lee. No, he's not a John Singleton. No, he's not he's
Yeah.
not even a Reginald Hudlin. You know what
Gotcha.
I'm saying? So it's like it is what it is, and I think
Yeah.
it's just for a certain market. I guess it's just for a certain market, man. I don't know if
Yeah.
he's like, but the other part of it, my key part that I want to say that is that I feel still, I don't care how what they say, he's part of the team. He's part of them boys where he got to put it, he's an outlet to put an agenda in front of people because a lot of his characters are stereotypical, stereotype shit. You know what I'm saying? How do you know to pick the black man to be the villain? How do you know to pick the light skinned man to be the savior? How do you know to make? How do you know to portray around the entire fucking world that the black woman is poor as fuck and can't make right sound and mind
Gotcha.
body decisions? How do you know that? Why would you want to keep showing that? Is that
Yeah.
all that was in your family? Because he saw an example somewhere
Yeah.
for him to be who he is. So
Okay.
that's what I say from a filmmaker. Like there's an evolution in filmmaking. I don't give a fuck
Gotcha.
how much money you make, and I don't care what
All
your
right.
name is. I would say this very thing to Tyler Perry to his face. And
Yeah.